New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. So, all your hopes are in vain with Umbral Horror. That is right, we were getting Umbral Horror cards. I feel like just yesterday we were whining on Master Saga or Master Roulette or one of those disease shows with the wheels that this deck would never get any new cards, but it is. At this point, we are draining the well until everything that has ever appeared in the anime has a fully realized archetype. Let's read it out. So we have Chaos Xyz, Hope Emperor Dragon, Chaos Barian Dragon, which is, by the way, probably the greatest name ever. CXZ's Chaos Barian Hope Dragon is probably the name we're going to get. 3+ level 7 monsters. You can Xyz summon this monster by using a number C monster with the number between 101 and 107. 1,000 attack for each material attached to it. Your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand while this card is a number C monster as material except by drawing them. And once per turn, you can detach a material from this card. Attach the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to this card. Cool. Awesome. New Colossus. Yippee. Now, the good news is it is really hard to get to a C monster, so it's unlikely that you're going to ever be able to summon this. Unless, I mean, this is just a hypothetical. Let's throw it out there. Maybe, again, this is a huge hypothetical. You know, the new Dark Rebellion Xyz just does this. The new Dark Rebellion Xyz just makes this guy. You know. I don't know. Okay, Shining Umbral Horror. If you normally special summon an Umbral Horror monster and a Masquerade Xyz monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do draw a card, then if you drew an Umbral Horror monster, you could special summon it. This card is 2 materials for a number that requires 3 materials. Okay. I mean, it draws a card. V Umbral Horror. If this card is normal or special, you can add an Umbral Horror from your deck to your hand, except itself, and you can banish this card from your graveyard to target a Masquerade. You control special a number monster with a rank higher by using it as material. Okay, well, you know, if you didn't want to use the new Dark Rebellion to make the guy, doesn't this also just make the guy? Awesome. Gorgonic Umbral Horror. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Umbral Horror monsters, you can special this card from your hand, and if you do, add a non-rock Umbral Horror from your deck to your hand. You're locked into number Xyz. It can be treated as 2 materials for the Xyz summon of a number that requires 3 or more materials. Okay, right. Cool. So you normal the V Umbral, you get Gorgonic, special Gorgonic, you get Shining Umbral, then you overlay for Masquerade, then you overlay for anything, really. 1,000 Umbral. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to put a 7th Barians from your hand or deck in your field zone. I guess we'll get to that momentarily. Your Xyz locked, and if an Xyz monster is special summon while this is in your graveyard, special this card. Also, no damage from your card effects for the rest of the turn, okay? New Masquerade. 3 level 4s. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card. Okay, we already have a problem, which is that you can detach a material from this card, which gets the V Umbral Horror into the graveyard to activate its effect. Add a Barian Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. If a monster is Xyz summoned, a monster Xyz summoned using this card on the field says if it's Xyz summoned, your opponent can banish 4 monsters with different attributes and a spell from their deck. Otherwise, you banish the top 10. Uh-oh. That's not good. Number C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade Victory. Detach a material from this card. Target a card your opponent controls. Destroy it. If it battles an opponent's monster, its attack and defense become the opponent's monster's attack and defense plus 100. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, send a random card from their hand to the graveyard. Have their life points. 7th Barians. This is the field spell. Each player can only special non-number monsters from the extra deck while this is face up on the field twice per turn. Sorry, am I going fucking crazy here? During your main phase, get an Umbral Horror. Oh, then discard a card, so you don't even need to detach to search off that card. During the end phase, everyone takes 400. So... I mean, are we sure that after World War II, there wasn't an analogous rat line to Japan where instead of heading NASA, they headed card game companies? What is going on here? Who is designing these cards? Oh my god. So what you're telling me is this deck's game plan is now put up a Colossus, put up summon limit. That's the build. That's what we're excited about. Barion's Hope. Special summon an Umbral Horror or Masquerade from your hand to graveyard, then make the levels of all Umbral Horror monsters you control the level of 1 Umbral Horror. Okay. Banish this card from your graveyard. A targeted Xyz monster you control. Add a number Xyz monster from your deck or extra deck to it. Fine. Barion's Seal. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you control Xyz, negate the activation, then banish it to summon 2 Umbral Horrors. Cool. At least we have a trap card Omni negate. Wow. This is so irritating. I mean, I don't know. These are as good as cards you could expect from Umbral Horror. What do you want me to say? These are as good as cards could be that have Umbral Horror in the name. It is irritating that I understand there are thematic reasons why this deck is Hitler. That the guy who played this deck was Hitler. Like, I get that. But now I'm going to have to play against it. Also, am I reading this wrong? This is just a quick effect at any point. So you can just go draw phase, fire this, set 7th Barian. Just turn 0 fucking summon limit. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, awesome. I guess it's not too bad. You can, like, maybe weave an SP Little Knight in, but I don't know. That's... wow. Okay, next up. We'll do some one-ofs. Ekjar, Descendant, Dragon of the Ice, Barrier. You can only use a 1, 2, and 3 effects of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can discard a card to banish 2 cards from your opponent's field or graveyard. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish a card from your hand, return 1 card in either field or graveyard to the hand. If this synchro summoned card is sent to the graveyard during your opponent's turn, you can banish 1 card from their hand at a random field or graveyard. Okay. So I guess there's a couple of things to say about this. First off, the 9 pool is really shallow. When it comes to 9s, kind of the litmus test for playability is you really want it to be a water or a light, and you really want it to do something. This is a card that does something. It banishes cards that your opponent controls. That's powerful. And for that reason, it will probably see play in all the associated decks that were playing fucking Ravenous Crocodragon. There's just not a lot of them. It's a dragon. It's a cool option for I don't know, Blue Eyes. You know? Can it be slightly better than Mistworm? Yeah, I mean this is slightly better than Mistworm. It's a Crimson Dragon summon. Yeah. That's cool. Nice card. More of this, please. Next up. Shimmering Shatter of the Sacred Beasts. Okay, so this card is a quick play spell. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn to activate one of these effects. When your opponent activates a card effect in response to the activation of your Sacred Beast monster's effect, negate that opponent's effect. Reveal a level 10 Sacred Beast monster in your hand, discard a card, and if you do, add an Illusion Gate from your deck to your hand, or shuffle 3 Sacred Beast traps from your graveyard or banishment into the deck. Target a card your opponent controls, destroy it. So this card is not very good, and that's because it doesn't beat this deck's biggest counter, which of course is Eye of Truth. No, this is a really strong card. Certainly, it's very strong in Genesis. It allows you to get around the Illusion Gate 10-point playtest by, just giving you more copies of it. This is cool. The activated card effect in response to the activation of your Sacred Beast monster's effect. The number one thing that gets contested in Sacred Beast is the Raviel activation. So it's kind of cool to be able to, on your opponent's turn, like set this over the course of a combo and then ensure that you do actually get the board wipe off. I think it's good. I think this card is really, really strong. Unfortunately, Rebecca is correct. The number one thing that would boost this card's playability is if instead of Sacred Beast Monsters effect, it said your Sacred Beast Cards effect. It doesn't. And as a result, there are going to be a bunch of situations where your fucking Graceful Charity gets ashed and there's nothing you can do about it. Then it's just called by. Well, that's fine. Bad decks are allowed to have a called by. Next up. Blitzclique, over voltage. So Blitzclique is really powerful in Genesis, but only okay in the TCG. I think some people were having a little bit of success with it, but it just does too little. So the individual card that people wanted was something that, OCG style completely fixes the archetype. Here's what we have: an over voltage normal spell card. Target a face-up card on the field, destroy it. Also, you can't special summon effect monsters for the rest of the turn except from the hand. If a card is destroyed by a Blitzclique card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. This card's fine. It's all right. Like, what if Breakaway was bad? Doesn't change the math on the deck, doesn't make it playable in the TCG. It will be cool when they point Breakaway to 30 to play this instead. Next up. Why not quick play? Because they hate Blitzclique. Behold the great work to save the world, Ars Magna. Okay, so this is the new Medius lore update archetype. Realize Medius, we have now just printed card that is 2 names. It is a power patron at all times. If a power patron card is on the field, you can special this from your hand and add a Realize from your deck to your hand. If a monster becomes banished face up, you can activate one of these effects, add an Ars Magna from your deck to your hand, or banish this card if you do special summon a Deactorus from your extra deck. Ars Magna of Infinity and Finity. Surely that's not it. You can only use this card's name 1, 2, and 3 effects once per turn. You can banish this card from your hand, add a non-warrior Ars Magna from your deck to your hand. Also, the original attack of all Power Patron Link monsters you control will triple for the rest of the turn. If a fusion or Link monster is special summoned while this card is banished, you can special summon this card. If you control a Power Patron Link monster, you can target a monster on the field, banish it. Okay. Ars Magna of Purification and Urification. You can banish this card from your hand, add an Ars Magna spell trap from your deck to your hand. Also, till the end of the turn, the first 3 times your Power Patron Link monster will be destroyed by battle. It is not. Oh, thank God. If an Xyz or Link monster is special summoned while this card is banished, you can special summon this card. You can target spells and traps on the field up to the number of Power Patron Link monsters you control, banish them. And Ars Magna of Unification and Separation. You can banish this card from your hand, special summon a non-spellcaster Ars Magna monster from your graveyard or banishment. Also, Power Patron Link monsters can make up to 3 attacks. If a Synchro Link monster is special summoned while this card is banished, you can special this card, banish an Ars Magna from your graveyard to draw a card. Okay, these are all pretty straightforward, right? They all get not themselves. And it's all in service of this, Metacurious, the Power Patron of Illusions. Now, this is the card people are scared about. 2 monsters, including a Fusion, Synchro, or Link or Xyz, gains these effects based on the number of monsters it points to. Okay, ready? Once per turn, negate the effects of as many face-up monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do have their attack until the end of the turn. 2, unaffected by your opponent's activated card effects. 3, once per opponent's turn, banish both this card and all cards your opponent controls. So a couple of things going on here. I think a lot of people are pretending this card is a lot better than it is. It is good, for sure. I think this card is powerful. People have correctly pointed out that it is generic. I mean, generic enough. You need a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link. So theoretically, in spam decks, you can make this guy, and if he's linked to a card, it doesn't even need to be a nothing card that you would turn into link material, like an Appaloosa, for instance. You get a negate on a monster. And it's like a weird, like, non-targeting negate. So for that reason, it will probably get printed. Now, people are pointing out it's a soft once, but the arrows are such that it's just not going to point to any other monsters if you have one underneath it. And really, it doesn't seem too outside of the realm of possibility to use that 3 effect either. Just get everybody off the field. The second one comes out with IP. That's okay. I have no problem with that. Ars Magna Sirotinius. You can only activate effects of monsters you control with Ars Magna in their original names. Once while face up on the field, you can add a Medius or an Ars Magna from your deck to your hand. Do you have a way to get this off the field? And Ars Magna Philosophorum. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Only once that turn, target up to 3 Ars Magna monsters in your field or graveyard, banish them, negate the effects of the same number of face-up cards on the field until the end of the turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, return a Power Patron Link monster from your graveyard to the extra deck, then special summon it. What did I... Wait, that was DB Grinder tier? Philosophorum? Philosophorum? I don't like it. I liked Philosophorium. That was cool. Obligatory lithium video. So, as generics, these are cool and playable. Let's see how they are as a deck.
Itself to search one of the other monsters. You search the spell searcher, banish itself to search the spell. The continuous spell makes it so that you can basically search everything from the archetype. And of course, Medius itself. So search Medius because you don't have access to Medius, and obviously Medius turns on the entire Elf Node package.
Oh no.
What I really like is that this continuous spell is also named as an Elf Node card, so it's searchable off of the green Elf Node. What is it? 3 evening? So you know the one that banishes from the hands. And generic level 5 synchro would do. Again, you don't play Fiendsmith, so Hyper Librarian is the card you go to. You're going for one of the newer for the TCG at the level 10 right tag out to get out 3 Elf Nodes.
Alright, all 3 have made it onto the field.
Is that some of the Elf Node cards,
Purification Power Patron. The Ars Magnas of Infinity, and the other one. You get all 3 here. There's our big boy, new Medius. Summon Medius.
And again, both archetypes blend really well together. You could opt to leave the Hyper Librarian on the field.
IP Masquerena. Send for Elf Note Power Patron. And on the Elf Note Synchro as well. Okay, this is a really powerful end board. I'll be honest, this is a crazy powerful end board.
Kratos banishes a face-up monster. The spell searches banishes a face-up spell or a spell or trap, and the other one reborns, as you saw.
I get it. You send the other 2, you get him again. He does the same thing. They all float. I understand. Yep, I get it. From another chatter? All right, what are we looking at? Reread the spell because you misread it like crazy. You can activate the effects of... I literally read it completely wrong. I said you can only activate the effects. This is just Babel. They made a Babel. Verification failed? That's irritating. All right, Medius here for Nerva. Elf Noteman. Degrado. Beyond the Pendulum. Junidoro Terminus. Terminus for Shade the Obscure, the greatest card ever printed. Pend them all out. Shade Effect, Shade Effect, Shade Effect. Junidoro for Asshole Graph. Trigger every effect under the sun. Vidrium, Exceed, Astrograph. Now we make Electromite. Vidrium, Astrograph off the pop. Grab another Vidrium. Theo Realize Medius the get here. Theo Realize Medius effect for Overdrive. Berudris, Absolute. God, we are back to Pendulum Slop. Let's go. Everyone for Medius. Ars Magna. Surely we summon a Vortex here. Really, I guess not. Sirotinius. Grab Finity and Infinity. Grab Conjunction and Separation. That's interesting. That's what they called it. New Power Patron. We haven't even used an Elf Note. Oh, and he goes, oops, my bad. You also make Vortex. Okay. Mistake here, but that's not so bad. All right, next up. Further the light and darkness ritual with unity and determination. So Rolad doesn't need much to be playable, but it probably does need something. Black Skull Dragon, the Archfiend Dragon of Unity, can't be normally special summoned, must be special summoned by its own effect. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. Quick effect, discard a quick play or ritual spell, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is special summoned, you can set a trap that means light and darkness ritual from your deck to the graveyard. Oh. Okay. That's pretty good. That's that's all right. And then Magic Effect Sword. Destroy all face-up spells your opponent controls. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Show a light and darkness ritual from your hand or graveyard. Change the monster's attack to 0 and its effects are negated. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent, you can destroy a card in your opponent's hand or field. This seems all right. It's like a searchable negate that also maybe like it's all right. Behold the next magical hats target. Right, yeah, like that's the concept. Spell Shattering Arrow. We will be playing it against what? Man. I mean, these are great cards. These are fine cards. I don't know if they're difference makers, but they're fine cards. We have new Doriado Overframe. New Doriado Overframe PogChamp. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of this card's effect. If you have 3 or more attributes in your graveyard and this card is in your hand, you can target a monster in your graveyard, special summon it and this card. If you have 3 or more attributes in your graveyard, you can special summon a monster from your deck with a different attribute than the monsters in your field or graveyard. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I guess I'll ask the question, how searchable is this? Level 7 light spellcaster effect monster. Seems pretty searchable. So there's a number of decks. Chat's figured out White Forest that search her. Then it's trivially easy to get 3 or more attributes in your graveyard thanks to this incredible invention called the Extra Deck. Then you activate her effect and summon Spell Canceller. Actually, you can summon about 1,000 different irritating monsters. I know you're all thinking Spell Canceller, but there's a lot of fucking dickheads that sit on the field and kill you. Here you go, MBT. I'm ready. What the fuck? Cookie Yummy? Snatchy Mignon effect. These two for our big friend Lollipo Yummy Way. Marshmo Cupsy. Cupsy Wupsy. Surprise! Okay, we are going for Mr. Lollipo. Summon everybody from the graveyard. Surprise for the Starham. Reclea for Doriado. And that's 3, isn't it? It's Tatsunoko. Obviously, all of the guys are light, and Gravity Controller's dark. Yep. So there she goes. Effect. Summon fucking Spell Canceller. That's not even... You have so many things you can summon. And, of course, you continue playing. Oh, and you can make back-to-back. Awesome. Oh, no. Is there another combo? You can do it off Dark Magical Curtain. Be a Bellstar for DMD for Souls. Souls. Send the Bellstar. Gravity Controller into, we're going Cupsy Yummy Way once again. Marshmallow and Cupsy. Pitch Marshmallow. Cupsy Wupsy. Surprise! Bring back Cupsy Wupsy. Grab back Surprise. Snatchy for Mignon for a material for the Starham for the Lollipo Way. 1-2. And we're doing it again. Reclea, send the field spell for Doriado. Doriado. Synchro off so that we have space for fucking Spell Canceller once again. Tell me there's not another one. No, okay. All right, well, hopefully that card's not going to be around for much longer. I have a sinking feeling it won't, but there are a lot of cards that that are irritating here. Now, people said Christia. I think it is going to be hard to do this without with Christia, given that she's a light, and you have to not do a light. But you know, it seems like wind floodgates, fire floodgates, water floodgates, earth floodgates. Good time to be those. Gallant Thief destroys all this. True. I mean, true. All right, next up. Okay, new pack PogChamp, new pack PogChamp. DB Grinder's Virginity is the name of this set. So there's 3 new sets. Sennet, which it says has nothing to do with the card Sennet Switch. In Japanese, it's called Position Change. Okay, cool. Ray's Moon and Xenovader. Jesus, are we ever getting aliens that are nice people? So a lot going on here. I do really want to first and foremost praise the Konami development team for their incredible innovation. We have Sexy Woman archetype, we have Machine archetype with Egyptian undertones, and we have Cosmic Horror archetype. That's pretty cool. I don't think we've had those 3 before. All right, what do we got here? So first up, if you thought that the Machine archetype was not also going to have stupid women in it, here we go. First up is Nefertari, the Sennet Prophet. If this card is normally special summoned, you can send it to the graveyard, show up to 2 normal monster cards from your hand, deck, face-up field, and or graveyard. Set the same number of Sennet spells from your deck. During your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard to equip a normal monster from your graveyard to a ritual you control. All right, so what the fuck? That is not the direction I thought these were going. Sennet Prophet, Amenhotep. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send it to the graveyard, show up to 2 normals, set the same number of Sennet traps from your deck, banish this card from your graveyard, target up to 3 normal monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. Senoctet Sphinx. Discard this card, add a Sennet from your deck to your hand. This card equipped with an equipped card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. 5,000, by the way. You can send a face-up normal monster card you control to the graveyard, then change as many monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position, then special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. Tau Sennet Wajet. You can discard this card to send a Sennet card from your deck to the graveyard, except Tau Sennet Wajet. This card equipped with an equipped card cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can send 3 face-up normal monster cards you control to the graveyard, then target the same amount of cards your opponent controls. Return them to the hand or extra deck, then special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. Senetmes Nekbet. You can only use this card's first and third effects once per turn each. Discard this card, add a Sennet from your graveyard to your hand. This card equipped with an equipped card can't be destroyed by battle. Special face-up normal monster card from your spell and trap zone. If you do equip this card you control to it as an equipped spell, that gives it 2,500 attack. Field spell, Bara Sennet Mheru. Once per turn, you can ritual summon a Sennet ritual from your hand or graveyard by sending normal monster cards from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard whose total levels equal or exceed this level, then equip a normal monster from your graveyard to it. If you special summon a non-token normal monster, you can draw a card. A lot going on here. A lot going on here. So first and foremost, I think... Oh, there's more. I was like, we have more, right? Okay. Sennet per Ankh. Add a Sennet monster from your deck to your hand. If you discard a Sennet ritual monster while this card is in your graveyard, banish this card. Special summon a non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck with attack less than or equal to any of the discarded monsters as a normal monster card, but this turn it can't attack directly. Also, you can't activate non-zombie monsters effects. What the fuck are you talking about? Special summon a non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck as a normal monster card. Is this the first time that that has been printed on something? This effect monster is now a normal monster card is such a rulings disaster. but I'll take it. Also, non-effect fusion monster. I love everybody saying Mudball Man. Mudball Man is an effect monster, unfortunately. Sennet. Ritual summon a Sennet ritual monster from your hand or graveyard by sending a normal monster card with different names from each other from your deck and face up field whose total levels equal or exceed its level, then equip a normal monster from your graveyard to it. If a normal monster will be destroyed battle card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Cataract. Choose opponent's main monster zones equal to the number of normal monsters and Sennet ritual monsters you control. Negate the first monster effect activating in each of those zones that resolves this turn. The total attack of all normal monster cards you control is more than 3,000. You can banish this to target a monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. And Sennet Thunderfall. When your opponent activates a spell trap card while you control a normal monster as Sennet ritual monster, negate the activation, destroy that card. It's the Omni. The total attack of all normal monsters is more than 3,000. You can banish this from your graveyard, send a Sennet spell trap from your deck to the graveyard, except Thunderfall. This is very interesting. So you can get to 3,000 immediately with Blue Eyes, right? I want you to play Trihorn. I'm not doing that. Or BLS? Yeah, I guess. Oh, and wow, Theseus is being reprinted here. That's a huge deal. Needs to be more than 3K? Ah, okay, so you can't. It has to be at least 2. Wow, now this is very interesting. Am I crazy? This is, wow. These are hard to place. I will say this. These are hard to fucking place. Because they do a lot of stuff that I'm just, man, it's not often a Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype gets my little neurons firing. Gets my little brain cells bustling. But it's doing stuff that decks don't often do. So I imagine this is the good one because you want to set the spells. The traps seem a little slower. Big surprise. All of the ritual monsters are really good. I mean, especially this one, which literally just adds you a card from your deck to your hand at base. So you have to control the normal monster for this card to be good. Normal monster card does include the back row, though, doesn't it? God, this is a fucking rulings nightmare. This one needs 3, up to 3, but it's compulses. Also super strong. And I imagine you'll be playing it because it sends a card from your deck to the graveyard. This one seems less good. And thankfully, they put both the less good search effect and the less good back row effect on the same card. That was kind of them. Mheru just does the whole thing for you. It's a little concerning that, like, instead of a ritual spell, they have a field spell that performs a ritual summon, which makes it outable by everything. And this card's just insane. Because add a Sennet monster just means add anything, because you can just add this guy. The traps are the part that are really getting my goat here. You probably play this one because, like, you just want a layered form of interaction. You want to be able to do it on your opponent's turn. This 3,000 banish means that sending them off of a Tassanet Wadjet means you're always considering these for playability. But this card, Cataract, I may be reading this wrong. This card seems crazy. Does normal... Okay, maybe not. Normal monsters maybe does or does not count the back row. No, it doesn't. And then Sennet Thunderfall is pretty straightforward. Is the zombie lock for the rest of the turn or the entire turn? I find it weird that there is one zombie lock in here, by the way, for the rest of the turn. So the obvious place I think people are considering this is Primite. But it's kind of weird because don't these cards need your normal, that makes them kind of strange to get out. You could play the Call of the Haunted cards. Oh, Pumpkin is kind of nice with this, isn't it? Pumpkin really is kind of nice with this. Man, I'm super excited for this. So let's take a real quick second and be like, what are the optimal sends? Black Skull Dragon, of course, is the entire thing on its own. Is Blue Eyes an effect monster? It is not. That's definitely it. Yeah, Ultimate Dragon is for sure the best send. And then for monsters, we just need it. Unfortunately, if we want to do 3, it's got to be Blue Eyes plus something. Dippity. We do like Fiendsmith stuff and then follow it up with it. That's not bad. Driver. Oh, Driver. Magic-y. Oh, if we want to double up on rituals. These are really, really cool stuff. All right, that sends new cards PogChamp. I'm going to pee real quick.